Hi my friends! Thank you for turning on my YouTube channel. But first the story. Because when your mom or dad say, it's bedtime, what are you saying then? Okay mommy, but first the story. So I'm here to tell you a story. It is about CJ, a little boy, and his grandma. He calls her Nana. The book is called Last Stop at Market Street. Let's see what it's about. For Luna and her two grandmas, Roni and Grace. So it's a dedication. There is a picture where it takes place, the story. CJ pushed through the church doors, skipped down the steps. The outside air smelled like freedom, but it also smelled like rain, which freckled CJ's shirt and dribbled down his nose. He ducked under his Nana's umbrella, saying, "How come we gotta wait for the bus in all this wet?" "Trees get thirsty too," said Nana. "Don't you see that big one drinking through the straw?" "Yeah, it looks like a straw, huh?" "Don't you see that?" CJ looked for a long time but never saw a straw. From the bus stop, he watched water pool on flower petals, watched rain patter against the windshield of a nearby car. His friend Colby climbed in, gave CJ a wave, there he is, and drove off with his dad. "Nana, how come we don't have a car?" "Boy, what do you need a car for? We got a bus that breathes fire. And Mr. Dennis, who always has a trick for you." The bus creaked to a stop in front of them. It sighed and sagged and the doors swung open. Have you ridden on a bus already? It's fun. "What's that I see?" Mr. Dennis asked. He pulled a coin from behind CJ's ears, placed it in his palm. Nana laughed her deep and pushed CJ's along. They sat right up front. The man across the way was turning a guitar. An old woman with curlers had butterflies in a jar. Nana gave everyone a great smile and "Good afternoon." She made sure CJ did the same. The bus lurched forward and stopped, lurched forward and stopped. Nana hummed as she knit. "How come we always gotta go here after church?" CJ said. "Miguel and Colby never have to go nowhere." "I feel sorry for those boys," she told him. "They never get a chance to meet Bob or the sunglass man. And I hear Trixie got herself a brand new hat." CJ stared out of the window, feeling sorry for himself. He watched cars zip by on either side, watched a group of boys hop curbs on bikes. She's knitting. CJ, the lady with the butterflies, huh? And that man has a lot of tattoos. Okay. A man climbed aboard with a spotted dog. CJ gave up his seat. "How come that man can't see?" "Boy, what do you know about seeing?" Nana told him. "Some people watch the world with their ears." "That's a fact. Their noses too," the man said, sniffing in the air. That's a mighty fine perfume you're wearing today, ma'am. Nana squeezed the man's hand and laughed her deep laugh. Two older boys got on next. CJ watched as they moved on by and stood in back. Sure wish I had one of those, he said. Nana set down her knitting. What for? You got the real life thing sitting across from you. Why don't you ask the man I'll play a song for us? So there are the boys. They have a cell phone with music and he thinks, I wish I had one like this too. But Grandma says we should ask the man to play the guitar in the bus. CJ didn't have to. The guitar player was already plucking strings and began to sing. To feel the magic of music, the blind man whispered, I like to close my eyes. Nana closed hers too. So did CJ and the spotted dog. And in the darkness, the rhythm lifted CJ out of the bus city. He saw sunset colors swirling over crashing waves. Saw a family of hawks slicing through the sky, dancing free in the light of the moon. CJ's chest grew full and he was lost in the sound, and the sound gave him the feeling of magic. The song ended and CJ opened his eyes. Everyone on the bus clapped, even the boys in the back. Nana glanced at the coin in CJ's palm. CJ dropped it in the man's hat. Last stop on Market Street, Mr. Dennis called. CJ looked around as he stepped off the bus. Crumbling sidewalks and broken down doors. Graffiti tagged windows and boarded up stores. He reached for his Nana's hand. How come it's always so dirty over here? She smiled and pointed to the sky. Sometimes when you're surrounded by dirt, CJ, you're a better witness for what's beautiful. It wasn't a nice place where they got out, so they looked to the sky. CJ saw the perfect rainbow arching over their soup kitchen. He wondered how his Nana always found beautiful where he never even thought to look. He looked all around them again, at the bus rounding the corner out of sight, and the broken street lamp still lit up bright, and the stray cat shadows moving across the wall. When he spotted their familiar faces in the window, he said, I'm glad I came. He thought his Nana might laugh, her deep laugh, but she didn't. She patted him on the head and told him, Me too, CJ. Now come on. So at the end, they went back to the bus station. And then I don't know where they went after. If they have a home or not, if they live in a shelter, if they live with family members. So not everybody has a money to buy a car and drive around, or to buy food to cook at home. Maybe they don't have a house and a kitchen, but they still see the beauty in everything, because Nana, the grandma, teaches CJ to look up in the sky if it's not nice down. So always remember that your friends might not have as much as you have, and have to go to a soup kitchen to eat where the food is free. But even there, you meet a lot of people you might start to like. And like the man in the bus who plays the guitar, makes other people happy. No? And the blind man, he taught us that when we close the eyes, we see things that we don't see with open eyes. Did you ever try to close your eyes and try to see? Let's do that. Close your eyes. Now imagine you're in the most beautiful place you've ever been. How would that look? Mine is a beautiful grass field with flowers and a lot of bugs and butterflies. What did you see? Okay, always remember, your grandma is very special. My grandma left me this when she died with 100 years old, and I will always remember her. This is a picture of my grandma with my son when he was little. Her name is Grandma Lydia. I wish you a good night. I love you all, and see you next time tomorrow at 7. Thank you.